welcome back to this channel. So in today's class, I want to show you how you can find formula for the nth term of these sequences. So the number one is a sequence of 1, 8, 27, 64, 125. So if you look at this one very well, you can see that this is the cube of consecutive numbers. Consecutive numbers, in the sense that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So here is the consecutive numbers. So if you cube them, raised to power 3, raised to power 3, raised to power 3, raised to power 3. So you know this one will give you 1, this gives 8, 3 cubed gives 27, 4 cubed gives 63, 5 cubed gives 125. So how can we now generate general formula for this sequence? So it will be, let's represent all this number n, that is natural numbers. So then raised power 3, raised power 3, raised power 3. So it means that if I want to find u1 to be, anytime I say n, I'm going to put 1 there. So 1 n is equal to 1. So I have 1 cubed, which is equal to 1. So u2 will be, anywhere I say n, I'm going to put 2. So that will be n cubed is equal to 2 cubed is equal to 8, and so on. u3, that is when n is equal to 3, is equal to 3 cubed, which is equal to 27, and so on and so forth. 4 cubed is equal to 64, 5 cubed is equal to 125. So that is that. Number 2, 1 minus 4, 9 minus 16, 25. So let's look at this thing very well. You can see that this is the mixture of positive and negative of perfect squares. So let's now think of how we can find one formula that will give us this sequence. So we want to find the nth term of this one. So let's think of, you put minus 1, raise to the power of n plus 1, then multiply by n squared. Let's see what is going to give us. So when n is equal to 1, my first term will be minus 1 raised to the power of, anywhere I see n, I'm going to put 1 there. So 1 plus 1, then multiply by 1 squared. It gives me minus 1 raised to power 2 multiplied by 1. Minus 1 raised to power 2 gives me what? 1. 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to. So when n is equal to 2, so the second term is going to be minus 1. Anywhere I say n, I'll put 2 plus 1 multiplied by 2 raised to power 2 is equal to minus 1 raised to power 3 multiplied by 4. And this gives me, and I told you that when you are raising negative number by odd, if it is raised to the power of odd, you are going to get negative answer. So minus 3 raised to power 3 gives me minus 1. Multiplied by 4 gives me minus 4. Can you see? I think we're in line. So u3, that is when n is equal to 3. When n is equal to 3, anywhere I see n, I'm going to put 3. Minus 1, 3 plus 1 multiplied by 3 squared is equal to minus 1 raised to power 4 multiplied by 9. Minus raised to power even gives me plus. So I have plus 1, that is 1, multiplied by 9, and that is 9. So you can see we are in 1. So you continue like that. When n is equal to 4, when n is equal to 4, let's see what happens. So I have minus 1 raised to power 4 plus 1 multiplied by 4 squared is equal to minus 1 raised to power 5 multiplied by 16. So minus 1 raised to power 5, it gives me minus 1. So minus 1 multiplied by 16 gives me minus 16. So for when n is equal to 5, so my u subscript 5 is equal to minus 1 raised to power 5 plus 1 multiplied by 5 raised to power 2 is equal to minus 1 raised to power 6 multiplied by 25. And this one gives me 1 multiplied by 25. And the answer is 25. So it goes on and on and on like that. Number 3. 1 over 2, comma 2, comma 8, comma 32, comma 1, 2, 8, and so on. Here, let's check. We can find this one through GP, geometric. So let's find the common ratio, geometric progression. The common ratio will be second term divided by the first term, which is still the same thing as 2 multiplied by 2, and it is equal to 4. So you can still find your common ratio by finding 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So it means that our common ratio here is 4. So, and the nth term for GP is what? AR raised to power n minus 1. So our first term here is what? First term is 1 over 2. And the common ratio is what? Common ratio is 4. So let's substitute. So hence term it will be equal to 1 over 2. That is, anywhere I see here, I'm going to put 1 over 2. Multiplied by, what is our R? 4. Raised to power n minus 1. So here, I can say that this is 1 over 2 into bracket 4 n minus 1. So you can check whether it is correct or not. 1 n is equal to 1. Put wherever you see n, you are going to put 1 there. So this gives 1 over 2 multiplied by 4 raised to power 1 minus 1. And this gives me 1 over 2 multiplied by 4 raised to power 0. And anything raised to power 0 is equal to 1. A raised to power 0 is equal to 1. 1 million raised to power 0 is equal to 1. So that means I have 1 over 2 here for the first one. If n is equal to 2, let's put, we have 4 raised to power 2 minus 1. And that is what? 1. So 4 raised to power 1 is 4. 4 multiplied by 1 over 2 gives me 2. So please try and check if everything is correct. Check for when n is equal to 3. Check for when n is equal to 4. Check for when n is equal to 5. And let's see whether this thing is correct. So that is what I have for you today. Let's go through them. So till I see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.